What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nightcrawler solo issue #1 comic review.
Nightcrawler is back in this one. He is finally revived after like 4 long years of being dead.
So it opens on one of the more interesting relationships that you get to see in the X-Men universe. Nightcrawler and Logan couldn't be more different. Nightcrawler is one of the more fun, aloof,
Playful.
He's a very playful character, and it's interesting just watching him interact with Wolverine, who is aggressive, violent. He's an angry dude.
He is just a small, stocky little angry dude.
And even more so angry because he recently lost his healing factor. So he is training with Kurt, trying to kind of work on his close range attack abilities, kind of working on fighting, because he's not coping well.
He's very vulnerable for the first time.
He cannot use his claws. You see the frustration building up in him.
And Kurt's just teleporting all around him, trying to fight, just hitting him, and Wolverine is he's getting frustrated, and he loses it on his best friend, and then he just snaps, and he pops out his claws and almost stabs him.
Claws popping right out of there, and you get to see the first real... I love seeing blood on Wolverine.
Yes.
Seeing blood on Wolverine that is not other people's blood is such a funny thing to me. It's so interesting to watch. It's so interesting to see. And it's something that Kurt even hits on too. After the fight kind of escalates, Storm separates the two of them. And Kurt even says he's not used to seeing Logan bleed. He's not used to seeing blood on Logan that's not someone else's.
Yes, it's pretty funny. And then it just shows a close moment between Storm and Nightcrawler, and they're just talking about how they're worried about Logan, how they're both very close to him. The only thing keeping him from getting just killed or stabbed from the basic wound is the special new armor that he was given. It's very samurai styled. It's very cool looking.
It comes into Kurt kind of getting back into the X-Men world, his introduction back into the school, just seeing everything for the first time, coming back into it, and just kind of remembering how things were before.
It shows him flashing back to the early days when he was like, there were barely any of us back in the day. There was the original X-Men, and then there was the team I came in on. And then he goes in and he walks into the school and he's seeing all these new faces he's not used to. The telepathic image of Rachel Gray pops up right next to him, and they're glad to talk to each other again. And she's like, well, just come into my room.
Yeah, she's just kind of chilling there in astral form. You get to see them catch up a little bit. For this one, you get to see the recent love interest of Kurt. You get to see, kind of coming back to the sorceress, Amanda Septon.
And it's a great picture of Nightcrawler just doing a sexy pose with all the little vamps around him. And, of course, he's seducing the chicks in German.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I love Nightcrawler's aloofness and his ability to joke and his ability to be fun, but the sex pose just really threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it to be that funny. It's nice to see Nightcrawler back in the world. Big Orange Dude busts in, captures Amanda. Kurt is here to protect her. And Kurt is a very protective person. He's a very protective character. He cares about all characters. Yeah, he jumps back in, tries to get a good hit on Trimega, and as fast and nimble and teleporty as Kurt is,
he doesn't have the strength, he doesn't have the brute force that some of the other team members do, so he can't make a dent in this guy. So he doesn't exactly know what to do in this situation.
Kurt's not a powerhouse, but that's one of the things that I love about him. He adapts using the teleporting, using the craziness, and using those two bad freaking swords.
But right now all he's got is these two little baton-looking things he was training with Wolverine in that class.
Because Nightcrawler doesn't have strength on his side, he's got to use his mind, he's got to use speed, he's got to use everything around him to his advantage. Throwing Trimega into an already damaged wall, using everything at his disposal to knock the wall down on him, kind of take him out, do a little bit of damage to him, since he couldn't fight him with sticks.
And of course, after the situation is pretty much already handled, Amanda comes back in her superpowered form.
Sorcery and ready to flare right after the bad guy has been defeated and is gone.
Yes, of course, as always in these superhero comics go. Right when they finally finish the situation, the help comes. Since
we're seeing a character that we haven't really seen before, we're seeing an unfamiliar character, and he's after Amanda, so there's got to be some kind of story arc that they're building up for. And I mean, Chris Claremont was the writer for 16 years, had some of the best story arcs, had one of the longest streaks. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to the table, and interesting to see what story arc he brings to the Nightcrawler world. There are huge fans of Nightcrawlers, there are huge fans of him in not only comic books, movies, over every aspect. He's such a likable character, and I hope that
he is personally my favorite X-Man. I love him to death just because he's so playful. And all the X-Men are usually so serious in tone, and they're like, we gotta save the mutant race. Everyone hates us. Nightcrawler, even though he's demonic looking, he's just the playful, lighthearted one who doesn't get.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Claremont brings to this whole story, the whole Nightcrawler issue. It's really nice to see Nightcrawler have his own solo book. It's nice to kind of see how things are developing, and it'll be really awesome to see stuff in the future. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Make sure to like the channel, make sure to subscribe to support the channel, and make sure to check out all of our other videos.
Stay thirsty. Put down much. That's just what makes him so appealing as a character.